we'll very quickly go over this one, but if you didn't see it, there was Take-Two did a panel, basically, Take-Two Interactive, where they showed no games at all. No games were shown at all, and this sort of got a lot of YouTube and sort of Twitter and stuff up in arms a little bit. They did always say that it was going to be a panel, but I feel like it wasn't hugely communicated properly, because what we basically witnessed was a Zoom call. It's basically like going onto a company Zoom call meeting. The thing is, though, they actually had a very important topic to talk about. So it was about diversity and inclusion within the games industry. And yeah, I think a lot of people were very upset because they want to see games. They didn't really want to see people just chatting about this sort of topic, even though it's a very important topic. I mean, we were discussing it ourselves as because we were kind of expecting, like a lot of people, there might be some games being shown. So Chris and I were on this one. We were discussing it. And we're like, is this the right place to talk about this? Like, because E3 is normally about the games and stuff. But then we were like, but when would be the right time? Because it's a gaming event. This is a crucial thing towards the games industry. Surely this is the perfect time to talk about it. But so yeah, we're not necessarily ones to say what's right and what's wrong on this, but we were thinking there could have been possibly a better way to do it, like the best way to present this topic. They could have like pre-recorded some stuff and sort of spoken about some of the hot topics, maybe had a Q&A at the end or something. I don't know, but I feel like they could have presented it in a better way, which would have been more engaging to a lot more gamers, and hopefully maybe some of the, YouTube wouldn't have gone a bit crazy about it. Because I can understand people on YouTube going, why aren't there any games? But some of the YouTube comments were just, there were not unnecessary YouTube comments out there, just horrible, hateful stuff that, the vile that people spit out on the internet for no reason, which was a bit bad. And we saw like several thousand people dropping off the YouTube live stream and stuff as well, and it's getting lots of negative likes, which was pretty bad. But what did you guys think? Scotty, did you see this one at all, or
nope, didn't watch it at all.
Okay, there we go. So, Chris, what was your thoughts and feelings on it? I guess.
Still want to figure out like how this was communicated to everyone, because it seems like a lot of people went into this expecting that they're going to see some GTA, gameplay. Yeah. It was not that, and so I want to just go back, because the way we looked at it is we were just looking at the E3 schedule. We're like, hey, let's look at down this schedule and these are when the companies are going to be showing their games. As we went back and looked at it, it did say Take-Two Interactive Panel, but it didn't have any sort of explanation as to what it was. So I went in expecting, like many of the people on the YouTube were expecting to see gameplay footage, just like every other company. That's what I was expecting to see. That's why we were streaming it. And so from that standpoint, I was kind of upset, because I felt like this, as a games journalist, when I come here to cover and provide coverage of a company's press conference or show, I expect to be able to see content and in games that I am there to cover and report on for my organization. And so if I went there, even if this was live or whatever, especially if it was live, and I went there expecting to see this and it was this instead, I would be pretty upset as a journalist in there, because I'm there to do a job. I'm not coming here to listen to a panel, no matter what the topic is about. I'm there to do a job about like video games. And so I would have been upset if this was like a real event that felt like I was kind of not duped into, but I was just maybe I didn't have all the information going in there. I probably would have just been like, this is not what I thought it was. I'm just going to get up and walk out. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. That's what I would do. And so if I were a regular viewer, rather than commenting on YouTube about all this stupid stuff, I would just close the window. I would do something else.
Yeah, watching it virtually, it's even easier to leave. Like, there's no one to notice you walking away. You can just go X button, click that. Yeah. You don't need to leave horrible, hateful messages on a company's YouTube, which, as we say, they were talking about it's quite a hot topic, and it's quite an important topic in the industry. I can understand people were a bit annoyed or maybe a little bit upset. Oh, there's no games, because I feel like it wasn't communicated properly, but there's no need for that. You could just go, oh, this isn't for me. This is not the stream for me. I'm going to go away. Bye.
It seems like I mean, it's what you guys were saying. It's an important and a great message, but E3 is not the place for it. Like, maybe start your presentation with this, and then go into some games. But it's kind of weird unless they communicated it earlier. It is kind of weird now that it is important stuff, but yeah, that doesn't make sense. This would make sense if it was like E3 in '96 was for stockbrokers and stuff, you know. Or
this seems like it's
maybe.
usually a type of show that you get when you go to like MagFest or Too Many Games. You'll see something like this, or even like maybe GDC. And yeah, exactly. It's a panel, and it's just with E3 being what it is. It's just the expectations of what these companies have set, and really what E3 has set when they come to watch these things. So I think that's where you are getting the bulk of the negative reaction, is because people are feeling like, what the hell is this? This isn't what, I signed up to come and look at. And so I think that's where you get a lot of that. Now, people are behaving like assholes and saying shit that's entirely inappropriate, and that's never okay.
Yeah, I feel like it was communicated to some of like the news outlets and stuff. So I think it was GameSpot actually had an article saying, just to let you know, the Take-Two Interactive thing is not going to show GTA or any games and stuff. But I didn't actually see that until after it happened. So I'm not sure how many people got to see that, and I don't know how many other publications actually talked about it, because that's the only one I really found. So they knew there was going to be a panel talking about diversity and stuff. But yeah, it seems like most of the internet didn't expect it. But yeah, it's and Scotty, it's not a case that I feel like, I don't know if I misspoke earlier. I don't think it's a case that E3 is necessarily the wrong place to talk about it. Because it's a games event, this is a games topic, as it were. I think, but what you said is they could have done it in a slightly different way. They could have sprinkled some games in there, or as I sort of said before, they could have pre-recorded it and had like a proper full-on presentation with, them talking about diversity, but like showing off game footage in the background and like looking at
although
people working in the office.
We made a funny point in the stream that it would be super weird for Take-Two to show gameplay footage. Now, whether it's before or after this thing, because I think think about this. Imagine them showing this and then showing gameplay footage for like the next GTA game where you're like beating up people, causing like beat up women and shoot people. It's totally weird, because you have this company that has one of the most like games that allow you to do some of the like fucked up shit.
One of the most offensive games.
Right. And now you have this company that's leading this panel all about diversity and inclusion and LGBTQ. And it's a weird, it's like, you can't do both, man. You can't put forth this game where you're pushing. And I don't know. It's something that I don't want to, it's not my job to answer these questions. I just throw it out there. Like,
they do. Well, 2K does a lot of games too. Like, people were saying, like, "Oh, we're gonna get the new BioShock news or something too." So it's just they
do have a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I realized that when I was looking up, like, what does 2K make? And it's just like Borderlands, BioShock, GTA.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't need to dwell on this any longer. But yeah, it's a weird situation that we came across, and it seems like most of the internet did. I hope some people out there watching and were interested in it, because it's quite, it was a hot topic and quite important. But yeah, interesting one from Take-Two. I've seen a lot of articles since published, sort of going, "What the hell was that?" Basically, what were Take-Two thinking? Hello folks, Graham from Megavisions here. What you just saw is a clip from the latest episode of the Megavisions show. Be sure to check out the full video here. And we do also have an audio version of the show available on our website, megavisionsmag.com. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out more of our videos. Cheers everyone.